Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Highlands Golden Rams Stadium tonight in the rain for the first time this year. The Highlands Golden Rams are hosting the Colonials of Albert Gallatin. Along with the Dean, Mike Choma, Mike Pavlik here. Ricky Saffer's not up. He's over tonight. We did that, so we may not get any scoreboard shots, so listen carefully for the score. Because we have a different angle tonight, trying to keep all of this expensive school district equipment dry, Dean.
No doubt about it, Mike, and I blame all the way on Paula Corbett. She's down there. 3 days she worked at the U.S. Open, rain every day. She's here tonight. Rains for the first time. Farmers were happy.
that used to be you when you were on the radio up at Katanning. They'd milk more cows when they heard you.
Exactly, yep.
Now the Rams are about to take the field. Down to our left. I love their little dance. It's tremendous. Let's listen.
Revving the engines, Mike. Here they come.
Pretty cool. Well, tonight, there they are, dressed in their home brown uniform, but which one of them shows up tonight? Which Rams team is here?
Well, Mike, again, it's been interesting. Last week against Mars, we passed the ball 30 times, ran it 28, 58 total plays. That's a lot of plays, but again, week 1, heavy run, week 2 and 3, heavy pass. I think this makes it tougher on Albert Gallatin tonight, our opponent, to decide which one's coming. I think we're a lot more diversified, but we also talked last week, I think it's important that when we show a passing formation, we be able to run out of it, and a run formation be able to pass out of it. You say it's possible. Let's see if we do that.
Right, and I thought you made a great point about, by the way, you're talking about being diversified. I thought you were reading the Joe Lucchino ad. But being able to run out of the spread, I think, is what will make this a really good offense. And I think they should be able to do it, because once you spread the other team out, there's less players in the box. I think they ought to be able to do that, especially with Jet. We'll see if they can do that. Well, speaking of which team, how about Albert Gallatin? They had a big upset win a couple weeks ago against West Mifflin.
No doubt about it, Mike. In that game, they mixed it up. We saw their quarterback last year, Don Llewellyn. He threw for 286 yards and 2 touchdowns in an upset over West Mifflin. Now, if you remember last year, Mike, they did run 60 plays, but 55 went to the line of scrimmage for a 1-yard gain. So, again, Coach Leotti is going to try to probably mix up here again tonight, too. So, what Albert Gallatin team shows up, the one that upset West Mifflin 2 weeks ago, or the one that lost 59-0 to Thomas Jefferson last week? We'll find out.
Last year, they ran twice as many plays at Highlands, but Highlands had twice as many yards. So, why is this game positioned where it is, and is this good having it smack dab in the middle?
Well, Mike, we play one crossover game a year against the Big Nine. I think it's a great time to have the game because we're right at midseason, 5th game, halfway through, and I think we have a good matchup. You usually get one or the other, but this is ideal for us. Again, as I mentioned, both teams like to use the no-huddle offense. They're going to both attempt to run 60 plays tonight. Hope we have a lot of tape. Hope your voice is in good shape because you got a lot of work tonight, Mike.
Yeah, last year Highlands won 42-0 in the game down there. Well, Ron Gillette Incorporated is a PA registered contractor certified in PA state inspections and emissions. You can call Gillette's today for all your towing, paving, excavating, hauling, demolition, and yes, snow removal needs. Are a little chill in the air tonight, I got to tell you. Ron Gillette is fully licensed, insured, bonded, certified, and owns all of its state-of-the-art equipment, and the Gillettes are proud to enjoy an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. Phones answer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year for emergency services, and as always, it's person to person. Call Gillette's today, 724-226-1222. Ron Gillette, Inc., the AK Valley's leader in towing and services since 1955. And why don't you visit them on Facebook, Ron Gillette, Inc., Towing, and more. Kickoff's coming up. It's Highlands against Albert Gallatin, and it's right after this. Highlands has won the toss. They've elected to receive, dressed in the home browns, brown shirts, brown pants, brown helmets. Albert Gallatin in the all-white with black helmets. The Colonials, coached by Sean Leota, who makes the drive from Lower Borough to Albert Gallatin every day.
Did he make it today?
That's a great question. I bet he did. And I bet he'll go back and then come back.
I would allow someone else to take that responsibility. Kick return team for the Golden Rams, Mike, Logan Christ, Booker at back, Gillette, Fondrick, Mazarek, Christ, Johnny, Jones, Nelson, Jocham, Bates, and Signorello in the front.
Colby Verano will be the kicker, and they have trouble kicking. We're under the understanding that they don't even kick extra points. They go for 2.
We'll be chasing that too.
So we'll see. Here's Verano. He kicks it. It bounces. And it comes to Logan Christ at the 23, 30, 40, 50, clears out. Here he comes, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. There goes Logan Christ. I believe I had that.
He did. Mike said it before the kickoff that we would have a return tonight. Mike, you're absolutely right. Not only did he say it would be a return, a long one, it'd be a return for a touchdown.
I got 77 on that, I think. I think he picked it up at the 22 or the 23.
Prescott in the house. Mike Pavlik called that one. How about that, Mike?
He returned 175 against them last year for a touchdown.
And I said we had one at the beginning of the year, first play against Ambridge, and here we are tonight. 77 yards.
77 yards. It's 6-0 Highlands. They go out of the swinging gate.
How about that?
J.C. Bowser's on for the kick. Gillette will snap it. Signorella holds it. Ball's on the tee. Bowser's kick is on its way, and it is good. 11:44 left. First quarter. The opening kickoff was proudly brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Individualized training for third graders all the way up to varsity and beyond. Give them a call at 724-980-2100.
There you go, Mike. There you go. How about that? I'm glad I introduced the
yeah, you got the team
mic
in
drop.
too.
That's right. The team to help bring it back there.
Quite well.
Boy, Logan just found that seam, Mike, and worked it all the way up the field. And again, the Gold Rams on the kickoff now. Sam Peck will kick it off, and we'll have Cochran, Jockum, Mazarek, Fondrick, Gillette, Rydell, Loveland, Johnny Christ, Signorella, and Radishek on the kickoff team, Mike.
So the Rams lead at 7-0. Get off to a great early start, and you'll take those anytime you can get them. And those are hidden yards. Logan Christ returned one 86 yards week 1 at Ambridge, and Gabe Booker brought one back against Ambridge on a punt return.
How about that, Mike?
So Sam Peck will kick it off. Back deep for the Colonials. Standing at about his 10-yard line is Javon Davis, number 29.
They return the top running back too, Mike.
I'm going to make another. I'm predicting a tackle on this kickoff.
Trevor Oliver.
Here it is. This is Davis at the 14-yard line. Out over the 20, 25. Oh, they good block over there. He gets to the 30, but Cochran chases him down and pushes him out of bounds in front of the Albert Gallatin bench at the 35-yard line. So that's where the Colonials will put it in play with sophomore quarterback Dom Llewellyn.
And Mike, he started last year as a freshman. 4 wide receivers. Number 24, Kristen Stone. 3 is Trey Kirby. 25, Tori Robinson. 4 is Nate Bricker. They go 4 wide, run the spread like we do. They're Don Lyman. Left tackle 60, Dylan Thomas. Guard 63, Noah Miller. 54, Jaden Weathers over the ball. 50, Alex McMiller at right guard. And right tackle is Corey Dotson.
Well, they don't have enough guys on the line yet, so somebody's going to have to move.
This is your
confusion.
Indoor football, Mike.
Is Sean Liotta, the Erie Explosion coach up there for many years. And a turn in to give to Trayvon Oliver. They wrap him up, but he gets 5 up to about the 40-yard line. Down at the bottom, Nick Cicchello for the Rams.
And as we saw last year, Mike,
we had a lot of Trayvon Oliver last year.
Yep, ball into the middle of the field, and that's what they did on that play.
And they go really fast.
Yep, you meant
or they like to.
Nick Cicchello.
Hey, they audibled.
Yep, 1 tackle. Mario Sanko, the other one. Defensive end, number 75, Daniel Timmons. 53, Lucas Lamer. Here we go, Mike.
Watch their right tackle, Corey Dodson, 76, the only senior on that offensive line. Oh, they have trouble on a handoff, and it comes to Davis in the backfield. The Rams got him. Back at the 39-yard line, Tyler Sportelli was there.
And again, that little bit of delay in the handoff might screw that play up.
3rd and 6 now for the Colonials.
Our outside linebacker, number 22, Jermaine Jett. 48, Tyler Sportelli. 33, Noah Gillette. And you just saw Luke Cochran in there. They've been rotating 4 linebackers for the most part this year, Mike.
And got good play out of all of them, really. Straight T formation on 3rd and 6. And the give is to 24. That's Christian Stone. Also can play some wide out. He gets it up over the 40-yard line, but he's going to be short of the first down.
Sportelli in on the tackle.
4th and 3.
Also in that tackle, Mike, the cornerbacks are the brothers, Logan and Johnny Christ, 11 and 26. Booker, number 9, and Romello Freeman, number 4, your safeties. They can't be going for this.
No, looks like they might. Now they motion a man out of there, and we have a marker down. Did the Rams jump offside?
I think so, Mike. Doggone it.
Well, they're bringing the punter on. Let's see if we can get the call.
I know. Very appetizing.
Yep, offside against the Rams. They did sucker him into it.
Yeah, why would you do that, Mike?
First down for the Colonials at the 47.
And that was a donation.
Indeed. And that gets some good field position, too. Straight tee again. Second man. And, hit hard was Christian Stone by Sportelli. He hit him right into the hole.
Well, Luke Cochran, Mike, both have 3 tackles so far.
Rams not fooled. That's a gain of about 2.
Nice to see Sports out there, Mike, and he is in great shape for the first time this year. And knocking guys backwards, that's what he does. I call him Clark Kent.
2nd and 8, Albert Gallatin at their 49-yard line. Now they go spread. Oliver, the single setback. And Llewellyn is back. Llewellyn looking, throws it to the near side of the field and bounces it in there. Too short for Torrey Robinson, the sophomore.
One thing you notice about Llewellyn, Mike, he gets rid of the ball quick. Looking at the coach's tape last week.
He's running for his life last week.
But we never saw him hit the ground, Mike.
No, he does get rid of it. It was the same thing last year.
Yep, he will throw
the game down there that Highlands won.
And expect Highlands to bring some pressure here on 3rd down.
It's amazing. Albert Gallatin ran 60 plays in that game last year against Highlands, and the mercy clock was running from 10 minutes left in the second quarter.
Wow.
3rd and 9. They're going a little bit slower this time. Llewellyn is back. Here comes the rush. Llewellyn fires it to the near side. Into now the hands, it almost picked off. Luke Cochran had 2 hands on it at the 36-yard line.
Freeman did a great job breaking up that pass, Mike. And now I think they will punt.
Yep. 4th and 8.
Referee crew tonight, Mike. The referee is Todd DeBrock. Head linesman Richard Dugan. Side judges Pete Spadina. Umpires Eric Woods. Line judge David Gattinger. And the back judge is Joe Zinski.
Well, the Rams are putting 10 men up close just in case there are any shenanigans. Logan Christ stands back at the 22.
Yeah, non-conference game, Mike, sometimes you see those things.
There's the snap.
Oh, Johnny
Verano gets the foot into it, end over end. Christ comes up and takes the fair catch at the 26-yard line. We'll see the Highlands offense for the first time tonight. 8:49 left first quarter. Rams 7, Colonials nothing.
They'll be led by quarterback Seth Cohen, number 14, running back 22, Jermaine Jett. Down lineman 54, Marius Cienko. His brother is the right tackle, 56, Marcus Cienko. Over the ball tonight will be number 72, Ethan Jones. The guards, 53, Lucas Lamer, 75, Daniel Timmons. Mike Wayner's out again tonight. Jacob still having concussion symptoms, so everything falls on Ethan Jones tonight.
4 wides, Jet in the pistol. 1st and 10 at the 26.
Remember I talked about blitzing, Mike. Watch for blitzing tonight. What they like to do is bring the house.
They're starting with 2 defensive linemen here, which is something we hadn't seen. 2 down linemen.
6 guys across in the back.
Yipper. Cohen gets the snap, and he's going to give it to Jet off the left side. Jet skips out of 1 tackle, and oh boy, that's a good, solid tackle that time by senior Trey Kirby here. That could have been some big yardage for Jermaine. And he still ended up with 5 yards on it. But Kirby, he knocked him off his feet. He had running room.
Yep, no doubt about it. Albert Gallatin defense, Mike, is 3 down linemen, supposedly. We didn't see him last time. 50, Alex McMiller. 76, Corey Dotson. And 63, Noah Miller will get the linebackers after this play.
50 and 76 are down. Those are the only 2. They just put an extra linebacker on the field.
It's confusing for blocking assignments.
2nd and 5, short drop. It's complete to Freeman on the near side of the field. Freeman's got a first down up over the 40. Makes a man miss. Carries some men with him to the 50-yard line. On his back is one of those defensive linemen, Alex McMiller, the defensive end, downfield to make the stop. But the Rams move the chains on a good job by Cohen to get it to Freeman.
He does a great job, too, making people miss, Mike. He had about a 5-yard gain. Ended up getting how many on that?
14.
14. That's all second effort on Romelo's part.
Freeman catching his 12th. Christ has 13. Johnny Christ has 12. Freeman has 12.
Equal opportunities, huh, Mike?
They spread it around.
Oh, here they come.
Here comes the blitz.
We talked about
Cohen quickly to the far side, almost picked off.
Boy.
He got it over to Booker. It hit off of Booker's chest plate. Went right through the hands of Christian Stone.
And Booker quickly became a defender there, Mike. He ripped that ball out of the defender's hands. You mentioned 4 linebacker. 3 is Trey Kirby. 11 is Braden Moody. 13 is Colby Verano. And number 6 is Dylan Shea. Corners are 25, Torrey Robinson. 24, Kristen Stone. The safeties, number 2, Cole DuPont. Number 4, Nate Pricker.
4 games in, Highlands has not completed a pass to a running back.
That's kind of surprising you told me that, Mike.
Give it a Jet. Jet wades through there. He comes up over the 50. 45, 40, 30. 35-30.
One man
Jermaine
to
Jett
beat.
down the sideline, makes the man miss.
He does.
15-10. He's into the end zone for a Highlands touchdown. 55 yards. The landing gear is down.
And Mike, he did a great job of waiting out that last block, and he gave that guy the shuffle step in for the score. 55 yards, and Highlands off to a great start here in the first quarter.
Jett's longest touchdown run of the year was 70 early on. Bowser in for the extra point. And the kick is good.
2 for 2 for JC.
7:24 left first quarter. Highlands 14. And Albert Gallatin nothing.
Chance to talk about the Wireless Zone, the largest independent Verizon wireless franchise in America, offering the most popular smartphones, devices, tablets, and accessories with award-winning customer service. Stop in today and see what makes Verizon the world's largest and most reliable network. Wireless Zone has 12 area locations, including 6 in the AK Valley. Ram fans, your Wireless Zone headquarters in Natrona Heights at the Walmart Plaza or in Pittsburgh Mills Mall next to JCPenney's and across from Victoria's Secret. You can reach the Natrona Heights location at 724-224-4590 and the Mills at 724-275-1154. Or find the Wireless Zone store nearest you by visiting wirelesszone.com.
Dean, do you think they ran it okay out of the spread there?
It looked pretty good to me. And as we were talking about in the pregame, Mike, it's nice when the pregame actually applies, huh?
Yeah, it does. It's every once in a while.
Well, the birdie picked Highlands 35-14. So far, so good there. Posties that also picked Highlands.
Sam Peck will kick off. Kicks it high and deep. And now
it's a free ball.
It sure is. Davis didn't want it. Now lets it go into the end zone. So that's a touchback. First one of the year.
Yeah, we haven't seen one of those in a while, Mike.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. 7:24 left first quarter.
And Mike, being behind now, you think they're going to go to the air. Llewellyn had 2 touchdown passes against West Mifflin, but he had 2 interception passes against Thomas Jefferson.
Sixes, yeah.
They both went for touchdowns.
4 plays, 74 yards, 1 minute, 25 seconds, the Highlands drive.
You know, Thomas Jefferson's defense has scored more than any offense against him this year. Can you believe that?
They are loaded again.
Yep.
Oliver the setback, he gets the call. Tries to get through the middle, but the Rams have him as he gets up over the 20 to the 22-yard line. Noah Gillette down at the bottom of the pile. Romello Freeman, too.
Noah's second tackle. He leads the team in tackles this year.
2nd and 8. Wide side of the field to the right. Out of the shotgun, Llewellyn is back. Llewellyn waits and fires to the near side, and this one is caught coming back for it at the 25-yard line. Logan Christ makes the tackle on Nate Bricker.
Last week, Mike, Logan Christ did not have a tackle in the game. Can you believe that?
That's pretty amazing. They didn't throw it much, and it's hard to,
You don't want to make tackles then.
It'll be 3rd and 5. First completion for Albert Gallatin. First catch by Bricker. 3rd and 5 on the 25, and now they get their instruction from the sideline. Sean Leota in his 2nd season. Been all over the place. He went to Springdale, so probably thinking of Coach.
There we go again, Mike.
Thinking of Coach Chuck Wagner here tonight, who we lost this week, and we'll talk about him after the first quarter. What a great guy he was.
Telling George Gatto's with us tonight from the Valley. I never heard anybody say anything bad about Coach Wagner.
No, never.
And believe me, being part of this profession for many years, that's not easy.
No, it isn't. That's another first down. Both of Albert Gallatin's first down have come on offside penalties.
Yep. What's the old story, Mike? Players only love you when they're playing.
That's it.
Oh, right behind that.
I believe Stevie Nicks said it best.
Yes.
The pass out of the backfield caught by Oliver and brought down by Sportelli.
Along with Johnny Christ.
And they get anything on that. They lost a yard. 2nd and 11.
But that was not the case with Coach Wagner, Mike. Everybody loved him regardless. And look at this. Here's confusion for you, Mike.
I should say. This is it. This is confusion. Doesn't he know Sam isn't here anymore?
And what he doesn't realize, it only confuses his team.
Now they bring them all back. Second down 11. We'll go more conventional. He's going to throw it.
Yes,
and Stone's firing it downfield. Christ is down there. He intercepts it. It looked like he was fielding a punt. He could have caught a fair catch on it, and he takes it at the 48-yard line.
And, Mike, I can tell you why they ran that play. They watched the tape for the Mars game. Remember Logan bit up last week? They tried to get it behind, but Logan's a smart player. Burn me once, shame on me. Burn me twice, shame on you. Doesn't happen. Great job by Logan. Hines going to take over, leading here 14-0, 5-14 first quarter.
Sean Leota went into the bag of tricks there.
Yeah, Jet Series, you don't see that too often, but you may not see it very often anymore.
First down, Highlands on the 48. And we go I formation.
All right. Signorello in the slot. Now they're going to move over.
We're going to have 2 men in motion now. Somebody's going to get on the line. Now, if Romello gets up there, he's good. We have a tight end in the game. I think it's Mazarek. It is. Give it a Jet. Off the left side, breaks a tackle. To 50. And lunging and saving the day for the Colonials was Tyrese Jackson, the sophomore. Just got a shoelace. Or Jet was gone again.
I agree with him, Mike. Jermaine was looking up into the hole. And boy, he's lucky he grabbed that shoelace because Jermaine was going to be gone.
So nice to see him running like that.
Yep.
That's just a weapon for them. It's something else they can do. The running game showed up really big for them last week. It was a loss, but they were able to run the ball.
And we remember right before half, Mike, we were getting 5 yards of crack.
Second quarter, each team had the ball once.
Yes. A little juggle there on the snap.
Give it to Gillette at the fullback and nothing doing there. He maybe lost a yard back to the 49.
And that seemed to be a little, I don't know if we're dealing with the slippery ball here. Even though it stopped raining, Mike, the field's still a little slick.
Yeah, I think the rain may be over. The clouds are starting to break up a little bit. I got a peek of the moon up there a second ago. So,
well, you can blame me too because I put water in my pool today. It was getting low from all this. I said, as soon as I do this, it's going to rain.
You're one of the smart ones that left it open as we had July and September.
And we got another week coming, looks like, too.
Third down and 9. Let's see if the Rams can get a third down conversion. Cohen straight back all day, fires. Too low at the 35 as he had Freeman down there. Would have been plenty for the first down, but it came in short. The Rams will have to punt for the first time today.
And, Mike, it was brutal all week in practice. I mean, it was like College Station.
Junction boys.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. And I would come in and check and make sure it was hot, and then I'd leave. Oh, I felt so bad for the kids.
Logan Christ averaging 35.3 yards a kick. Gets it away and kicks a liner. Bricker takes it, and they got him at the 18-yard line. Beautifully done once again on special teams. This time Caleb Radishak was first down there and made the play.
Signorello down there too, Mike, and he came limping off. Hopefully he's okay.
33-yard punt. It was all net.
Radishak, only a freshman too, Mike. It spit rain on Wednesday for like 3 minutes, and the kids like the rainmaker. They're on the grind. They're so happy. Burt Lancaster. We're going way back tonight, man.
Burt Lancaster. This is an interesting one. Now they've shifted out of it.
If you never saw the Erie Express, you're seeing him tonight. No, Explosion, excuse me.
Erie Explosion.
Kawatucky had a cup of coffee.
He did. This is Torrey Robinson off the left side, but the Rams are there. And Luke Cochran diagnosed it, sniffed it out, and brought him down.
And Jeff Sinclair played quarterback for him.
He did.
Yep. Got hurt, unfortunately.
2nd and 16.
That went nowhere fast.
Well, we sure are getting a lot of formations, if nothing else. Oliver the setback. Stone the motion man. 2nd down, 16. Llewellyn under center. Sprints out to the right. Looks, throws it over the middle, and it's incomplete. I almost wanted to say Sport might have got a fingertip on it, but I think he just missed his receiver.
And Mike, we're doing the opposite. This week we talked about trimming down the playbook, going with less plays and be more effective with it.
Boy, that was one of Chuck Noll's great lines, too. It was always, after a bad game, it was back to basics.
Yep.
3:04 left first quarter. Rams lead at 14-0. This is a 3rd and 16, and they're going to give it no
pass.
Play action, throw it to Robinson on a little wheel route out of the backfield, breaks one tackle, 20-25. He's close. He might have it. He might have it. which would be the first one they've gotten on their own volition. We'll see where they mark it. They're going to put it right on the 29, and that's enough. First down. Albert Gallatin needed 16, got 16.
Yep. Hawker made the stop, Mike. That's his 5th tackle already this evening. Big hole. Close quickly.
Did as the give to Oliver, gets up over to 30 to the 31-yard line.
Mario Cienko also on that stop, Mike.
That's when they like to go fast after that first down, and they catch you looking down.
You know what? There was a much bigger hole if he went to the right.
Yeah.
Decided to turn it up and was met by a host of Highlands tacklers for only a gain of 2.
2nd and 8 for the Colonials. They go full house again. Second man, this is Stone off the left side. And Stone has stood straight up at the 24, the 34, I'm sorry.
A little pushing and shoving in there.
Gabe
right?
Booker, a little feisty in there.
Yep.
Said, get out of here with that, Mr. Christian Stone. The gain is a short one. It's up to about the 34. It's a 3-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Romello Freeman also on that stop.
Clock winding, less than 2 left. First quarter.
Albert Gallatin returned 4 guys on offense and 4 guys on defense. And the team went 1-8 last year.
Big win. They broke the big losing streak when they beat Uniontown. First time they'd beaten them in 10 years. Llewellyn back. They come after him. A little holding.
Ooh,
fires late across the middle. Almost picked off. Luke Cochran got a hand on it and knocked it away from Trey Kirby.
Timmons, Portelli put pressure on. Let's check the marker.
There was some habeas grabus going on down there. Let's see if we can pick up our ref. Todd DeBrock. It is holding. The Rams with the decline there. I have Llewellyn 3 for 7 for 18 yards now. He decided not to talk this time. Oh, either that or I think Mark knocked it off because he was over modulating. He was peaking. Yeah, 4th down. 4th and 5. So the Rams will get the ball back. 1:27 left of the first. They lead at 14-0.
Punt return team, Mike. Logan Price back to receive. Signorella, Johnny Christ, Fondrick, Loveland, Gillette, Bates, Jocham, Jones, Mazarek, and Radishak out there.
Here's the snap, and Toronto had trouble with it. Gets the left foot into it.
Taylor almost got to it. Another fair
catch called for and made. Boy, it's so great when you have somebody back there that can catch a punt. We don't let punts hit the ground, and you know how many yards that saves? Just taking a fair catch, that ball would have been down at the 20-yard line. And I said it about Jeff Sinclair for years and other people. We've had the Jacksons, and now Logan. It's so nice to have somebody back there that can catch the ball.
No doubt about it, Mike. In the top 5 in 4A, Thomas Jefferson, we mentioned them, Powerhouse winning 59-0. South Fayette from our conference, Bell Vernon from the Big 9, then Mars and Montour, Mike. First time we've ever had 3 teams in Northern 9 in the top 5.
Tight formation, top of the screen. And they're going to run a handoff. The Jet tries to get to the outside and can't break the tackle. Maybe gets a yard or 2, but a good job there by the linebacker, Trey Kirby.
If you remember, for playoff purposes, the first 3 teams are in the top 5. They have a leg up on us. Our big game next week, Mike, is Montour.
It's going to be huge. It'll be right here at Golden Ram Stadium.
It's basically a playoff game for us because we got to beat somebody above us.
Again, bunch to the right on 2nd and 8. And they run jet out of the pistol. Seth Cohen, the junior quarterback. Gets it, looking, throws it on a cross, got it to Booker nicely. Be short of a first down, a yard short to the Albert Gallatin 47.
He's meandering in there, look.
Yeah, he didn't walk straight, did he?
Look.
7-yard pickup. 3rd and 1.
I say go for it. Well, they got time to think about it, Mike, to be in the quarter. Hey, thanks to Ken Wood today and providing us a A&B pizza for our little tailgate party. And Great job, A&B Pizza. Mr. Jackson up there, thank you very much.
Yes, it was tremendous. As always, we really enjoyed it.
Gives me a chance to go on a little rant, Mike. I'm glad you gave me this between quarters, okay?
Go ahead.
I'm going to talk about the Lucchino Agency. Let me tell you, first off, they're located at 2318 Freeport Road, next to Donut Connection. Let me give you Joe and Joe's numbers. Joe Lucchino is 724-224-8908. Joseph is 724-905-7583. Again, they're right up by Donut Connection, Lucchino Insurance and Financial Services. My little rant is, Mike, my wife had a small policy. They call them baby policies. You buy them when you're born.
Okay.
It's 20 times you pay, and the thing is paid up. And her father passed away. Art. Great. Art Esquire, the old lawyer.
We love them.
So you can cash the policy in. Well, this company I'm not going to mention, it's not New York Life. We called 4 different times, got 4 different answers. One time we talked to somebody in Malaysia, another time we talked to somebody in Australia, and finally we talked to somebody in Boston who had the worst of the 3 accidents. And they told us 3 different things, how to get the money, okay? Thankfully, Joe was there. I went up, we had to do some faxing, did it all. My point is this, if you deal with people from out of town, you're going to have to deal with people from out of town. You deal with Joe and Joe, they always know. Took care of us real fast. And, you know, it's one thing to buy a policy, another thing to have that policy put into effect, and they help out a lot.
All right, Jet in the wild ram, and they snap it to him, and it goes through his hands on 3rd and 1, and now he's in trouble. Here comes the cavalry.
No, Too much shenanigans.
That didn't work out so well, did it?
Loss of 4 on that one.
And the Rams will have to punt.
So when you go to buy insurance, I think you're trying to cash it in. That's my point. And Lucchino's with New York Life, they'll take care of you, and they'll be there when you need them.
4th and 5.
That's me getting off the soapbox, Mike.
Gotcha.
That blank.
Here's a snap to Christ, and he boots it. Bricker's going to let it hit. And takes a Highlands bounce inside the 20. Exactly my point. Mm-hmm. You see it every week. Luckily, not when Highlands is receiving the ball. So the Colonials will start at their 15-yard line, 11:16 to go here in the first half. The Rams leading it 14-0.
Mike, you see who the 4th leading rusher in WPL is with 778 yards?
Is it Logan Beatar?
Logan Beatar Burrow. How about that? You know the kid?
I do not.
Beatar, the name, though, is a chiropractor over there, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I did notice that in the standings there, in the league leaders, as it were.
Look at this formation, Mike. There's a guy about 20 yards back. He'll be able to run forward.
Alone cement, that's Stone. Yeah. What is this, Canada?
Yep. Well, it's actually that.
Give it to Oliver. And Oliver maybe a yard or 2. Gillette and Sportelli, the 2 tandem linebackers, make the stop on Oliver. They're going to go quick here. It's a 2-yard pickup.
And the scouting report is ignore that guy. It's coming up the middle when they bring him. They basically take him out of the play when they
you could use him as a blocker. 2nd and 8. Stone in motion. Llewellyn is back. Boy, did Rams have a man get thrown down, and the pass is told beautifully by Romello.
But Jet did a great job, Mike, of picking up that lonesome halfback that went out into the flat. He flattened him, too, and you're allowed to do that. He's a receiver, but until he gets past the line of scrimmage, you can whack him, and Jermaine took that option off the board.
I didn't see what Highlands player came flying in the
Jermaine.
Left side. He just got thrown down.
And like I said, what you do is eliminate options when you do that.
3rd down and 8. Oliver the sidecar, Llewellyn the quarterback. This is Stone in motion again. Long count. Play clock down under 10. And Llewellyn's going to sprint right this time. Here they come. Llewellyn just tries to get rid of it. It's caught and incomplete.
No, incomplete. Nice job.
It went off the hands of Kirby, who got a couple of hands on it, tried to make a great catch, but I think Llewellyn got rid of that before he wanted to, and it's 4th down.
You can tell Sportelli right now has full stride, too. He didn't have that earlier in the year.
Now the Rams should get some decent field position here. They're going to force Verano back to punt deep from his own territory, and Logan Christ has 2 feet at the big H.
You know, I wonder sometimes, Mike, when these no-huddle teams go so fast, are these plays scripted? playing where it's first down.
They might have an idea what's
second down. We're going to go
our
wide.
Second down package is this or some such.
They can't do it that fast.
Oh, he snapped it over his head at safety. There's 2 points right there.
That's our first one of the year.
The old snap it over his head play works to perfection, and the Rams lead it 16-0.
The Rams will get a safety on the play.
We had a safety against us. Remember, we got tackled in the backfield. That was was that the Newcastle game?
I believe.
Yep.
Knock,
excuse me. Yep. So Highlands gets 2, 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. 2-0 Highlands here, Mike.
16-0. Well, winner's right around the corner. So why not beat the rush and stop into Highland Tire in their nearest location, Highland Integrity Alignment, and see why they've been voted the best place to buy tires in the AK Valley for 25 consecutive years. Family owned and operated since 1961. Highland Tire offers one of the largest and most complete inventories of tires in the Pittsburgh area. If you don't see it on site, they'll get it for you. Visit HighlandTire.com or call them in Trentham at 724-9222, 724-224-9222. Natrona Heights is 724-224-7900. And Highland Integrity Alignment is 724-224-5900. That's Highland Tire. Service, integrity, price, we deliver.
Mike, last time Albert Gallatin made a playoffs was 2005. So.
That might be it. They have never had a winning season. They consolidated into what they are now in 1986. They've never had a winning season. They had some in the 60s before all of the schools that are comprised the school now were there.
Is that Fair Chance?
Fair Chance, George's, and a bunch of schools down there. As remember, to go to the game last year, we left on Tuesday.
Yep. John, God bless him. Look at this, Mike. We're to see the old pooch punt.
Yeah, they're going to kick it off the ground, which is allowed. It's a free kick. You can do it however you like. Same as a kickoff.
Is there a name for this one? Navies.
He's kicking it flat off the ground. He does. It's a squibbler, as Pip used to say.
Yeah.
And this is Booker at the 44, 50, 45, 40, and down to the Albert Gallatin 37-yard line. Dragged down by Willie Palmer. Chuck Knoll had a million of them, and one of them was a safety should always be a 9-point play. So we'll see if they can capitalize on that. Good return by Booker.
24 on that return, Mike, and the Golden Rams are in business.
Well, they did get good field position and 2 points on top of it.
Yeah.
Can't beat either of those. 16-0 Highlands, and the moon is half moon beautiful above Golden Ram Stadium now.
Next week, homecoming, Mike.
Jet the sidecar. Short drop. Cohen fires.
Look at that.
They tried to hook and lateral to Jet down the sidelines. It's got to be it. No, they're going to call it. No, it's a terrible call.
Well,
he never had it.
But they're going to give him a complete
He
pass.
never had it.
Yep.
He never had it. The turnover's going to count. The Jet played patty cake. He never controlled the football. He just tipped it back, tried to get it to Freeman had it, patty caked it, tried to go back to Jet down the sideline, the hook and lateral that worked last week. He never had the ball. That's not a good call. And Albert Gallatin's going to get it first and 10.
But it is a complete pass to that.
Well, it has to be because that's how they called it. 7-yard gain.
Not the kind of complete pass you want. If you remember last week, that was a 75-yard touchdown.
First down, Colonials on their 30, and Llewellyn is straight back. He's going to fire it down the middle. It's going to be tipped into the air and incomplete. Great coverage by Jet. All the way down the down the field with Trey Kirby. So the Rams turn it over. They turned it over 4 times a week ago, all 4 interceptions. And how about this? Tom Sheehy intercepted 4 passes against Highlands last week. That's 1 short of the WPIAL and state record. I got Tom Hornack out of there for one of them from Burrell in 1986, but 4 other players around the state had 4 or 5, and that's the record. And now you're going to throw a backwards pass. That's a loose. That's free, and it goes out of bounds.
What do we do with that one? Put it back there?
That's minus how many by the quarterback?
Yep.
So they're going to put it at it was a backward attempt. They're going to put it at the 15. It's a 15-yard loss. That goes on Llewellyn's record.
A lot of razzle, but very little dazzle here, Mike, huh?
A lot of sizzle, but no steak.
There you go. On both teams.
Both ways. Yeah. 3rd and 25. Lucero's getting a lot to look at for next week's game, I think, is a lot of it.
As they always say, get it on tape.
3rd and 25. Robinson, the motion man. Llewellyn under center. He's straight back. Here comes the blitz. They run a screen, and Oliver had Cochran right in front of him and heard a footstep or two, and it's 4th down.
He was going to get hit, Mike, and I think he realized that. Thought the better of it.
So the Rams will get it back. 9:45 left of the first half.
Birthday shout out, Mike. Ernest Stewart.
How about Ernest?
2 weeks in a row he gets on the broadcast. Now for the goal line, Mike. Let's see where this one goes.
Here's the he dropped it again. Verano's in trouble, and he just gets it out of there.
Yeah,
Rams just going to let it.
No sense of getting it.
Gillette just lets it go. And at the 48-yard line, it's finally covered by Bricker.
End up being a pretty good kick. Now, Mike, if that ball hits the ground, are we allowed to run into the kicker?
Sure, because it's not a punt anymore. You can tackle the guy.
But I'm just saying, can we?
I mean, heck,
can we get called for running into the kicker?
That is vague.
Yeah,
that is vague.
That would be interpretation.
Mm-hmm. You can call personal foul anytime you want. And
good point. Yep.
First down at the 48. Did you see the play last night by Danny Trevathan? If that's not suspendable, I know a lot of people are watching football. I happen to see it. Timeout by Albert Gallatin. We'll take one, too. 9:32 left. First half. Highlands 16, Colonials nothing. Timeout. We'll be right back.
In Albert Gallatin territory, Mike.
We'll take that always.
A great place.
This is Taylor. Taylor battering his way through there down to the 41-yard line. We want to try that for a little while.
Yep, nice change of pace to bring the battering ram in there. Cameron Taylor.
That's his first run. I don't want to get a little Albert Gallatin trivia in here for you. This is a dandy. We'll be working on that here. 2nd and 2 at the Colonials 41. Uh-oh, we got a problem. Go ahead.
All right. Up the middle goes Cameron Taylor. Gets about a 1-yard pickup there. Going to be near the first down. Romello Freeman, he thought he was interfered with, but that's going to fall incomplete. And let's see, it's going to be 4th down here, and will Highlands try the field goal, or they go for it? They're going to call the field goal team out. J.C. Bowser going to be in here to kick the field goal.
And we haven't missed a thing. Well, we have. We had some problems there, but we're back. Highlands, when we left you...
I never left. Who am I?
You did a great job, but I think we're back at it now. We apologize for that. J.C. Bowser's on to try a 30-yard field goal at the post to our right.
Sigmarell to hold it.
Go ahead, finish it. No good.
Under the bar.
So a 30-yard field goal attempt by Bowser is no good. So the Rams continue to lead at 16-0, 5:07 left of the first half. We had gremlins, so we missed a few plays. We'll tell you, 2nd and 2 at the 41. Taylor then ran it for 5. And first down for Highlands. So it was 1st and 10 at the 36. Jet with an 8-yard run. And then we had a penalty, a false start, made it 2nd and 7. Taylor then ran for 21 and for a first down. It was first down at the 12, and then the Rams unable to get much done after that, and that was that. So
field goal, yep. Gillette and Cienko in a tackle that time for the Golden Rams, Mike, and that was a golden opportunity. We've left 2 get through.
Yeah.
2 more chances to put scores on the board, but again, comfortably ahead 16-0 so far. Albert Gallatin not be able to much on offense here.
2nd down and 9 for the Colonials. And Llewellyn is back. And Llewellyn's going to fire it deep, and he's got a man down there, and it is incomplete. Into and out of the hands of Nate Bricker.
Great job by Logan Price that time, Mike. He's given up big inches that time. 6'3" Nate Bricker, Mike. He was a soccer player. This is his first year out for football in his senior year. He scored 20 goals in soccer last year, decided to give it up for football, and you can see why. He's a big, big kid out there at 6'3".
So it's 3rd down and 9.
Coach Leota thought that was a big thing, Mike. Soccer's big down there to get a soccer player ahead of football.
This is Robinson in motion. And now Albert Gallatin's going to have to call a timeout. That'll be the second one that they've called so far here in this first half. Well, if you've been putting off getting that much-needed work done around the house, maybe a leaky roof or remodeling your kitchen, bathroom, or basement, let the pros at Beanie Home Renovations have your home looking like new for the fast-approaching holidays. With over 100 years of combined experience, owner Brian E. and his crew at Beanie Home Renovations guarantee that your job will be completed on time exactly the way you want it. Customer service is their top priority. Give Brian a call today, 724-351-3172 for a free estimate, or find them on Facebook for money-saving offers. Beanie Home Renovations, where the bee is always busy. All right, Albert Gallatin trivia quickly while we have a chance. Prior to embarking on a college basketball coaching career that saw him coach 25 years at 3 schools in the state of Ohio, this Indian Valley South High School, that is in Ohio, graduate, began his career as a student teacher at Albert Gallatin in 1977.
You're asking me to tell
His first college coaching job was at Walsh College in Ohio, but that's not where you'd know him from. And you do know him.
John Wood.
That is not correct. 3rd and 9. We'll have hints. He went to Akron after Walsh.
And that really helps, huh?
There we go. Well and back. Fires it downfield, and it's into and out of the hands. And a flag is down. Logan Christ going to get caught with his hand in a cookie jar.
The old face guarding, if there is such a thing.
So that will be a pass interference call against Highlands. That's the 4th first down for Albert Gallatin. 3 of them have been by penalty.
So Walsh to Akron.
I will tell you that he's one of only 10 coaches in history with 800 victories. He's been to 23 NCAA tournaments, and his first job was an assistant with Eldon Miller at Ohio State.
Thad Matta.
It is not Thad Matta.
That's a good guess.
It is a good guess. 1st and 10 at the 36.
They've been 23 trips
to the NCAA tournament. After Walsh and Akron, he went on to Cincinnati for...
Oh, I know who it is now. The big guy. Let me get his name. Yep, Bob Huggins.
Bob Huggins is correct. Trayvon Oliver, nothing, as Sportelli treats him rudely as he gets into the line for a couple out to the 37. 1 to the 37. Bob Huggins was a student teacher at Albert Gallatin. You know who else was? Tommy Bowden.
Wow.
They went to West Virginia.
Yeah, exactly.
And
they're right up the street for him. You're right. Yep. Bob Huggins got to use the EMS service at the Pittsburgh International Airport.
He did.
The little flat line in there.
2nd and 9. Oh, big hole this time. Through there is Davis up over the 40 to the 43.
Sportelli having quite a night, Mike, making that tackle. That's his 8th, along with help from Noah Gillette to get his 5th.
3rd and 3.
And have you seen Huggy lately? He's really watched his diet.
Yeah, he has, and he's
on that seafood diet. He sees food,
he sees it, he eats it. Stone in motion. And this is Javon Davis, and I think he's got enough up across the 45 to the 47.
One thing I like tonight, Mike, we're seeing is Cienko down there, along with
more linemen.
Yep. Also, more people going after ankles versus shoulder pads.
3:06 to go, first half. This is Javon Davis again, and he's getting some surge into Highlands territory down to the 46.
Cienko again down there, along with Gillette and Timmons.
2nd and 3. 16-0, but Albert Gallatin, if they can get a score and get 2, are right back to within 1 score. 2:40 left first half.
Nick Cicchello down there also.
Dominic Llewellyn getting instructions from Coach. Stone in motion. Give it to Javon Davis again.
First down.
And he gets the first down.
So trying to hit that middle, Mike.
Lucas Lamer, I think, had him. And Davis has been the man replacing Trayvon Oliver. He's moving the chains for the Colonials. First down at the 43.
And Oliver was their leading rusher returning this year, Mike. Cicchello comes off. Baby Rutt.
First and 10. Clock winds to 2:05, and now we have a timeout for Highlands. We do. Tom Girardi wants to talk things over at 2:06 left of the first half, and the Rams leading it 16-0.
I could talk about Thomas Jefferson having more defensive touchdowns than they've allowed. There's actually 5 teams that have left up less than 1 touchdown this year. South Fayette is allowing 6.6 a game. Penn Trafford 6.2, Washington 3.8, Burgettstown 2.3, and Aliquippa only allowing 2 points a game. They have one thing in common. Do you know what that is, Mike?
What's that?
They're all undefeated.
Yeah, I would.
26-0 combined.
Now that means something. That's for sure. Now let's see what the Colonials can do here. The Rams have kind of let them hang around.
Sure have, Mike. The last 2.
And the Highlands offense again, not much. They ran the opening kickoff back and a 1 long touchdown run. That's it. Llewellyn is back. Llewellyn has time. He's going to fire it deep, and it's going to be intercepted. Stepping in front, Romello Freeman at the 18-yard line. Brings it back 20, 25, 30.
Trying to get
Looks
to that
for some
wall,
blockers,
Mike.
and here he comes.
Here comes
35, 40, 45, 50. He's at the Albert Gallatin 40 and out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
He has done a great job, Mike, at cornerback this year. I think that's his position in college. What do you think?
I believe you're right. That's the second turnover, second interception.
Christ had one earlier. Now, Mike, it's very important. 148 to go.
They need to score,
that thing in. Yep.
Second interception of the year for Romello Freeman.
And there's a penalty on the play, too, Mike.
We get some more?
Looks like it. I think that a personal foul against Albert Gallatin.
They're starting it out at the 37. We'll see if there's more. Or are they going to march it backwards? They may be doing that.
Well, we're going to have a talk, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's just first down, they say. Okay.
They picked it up. There was a marker down.
1:48 left of the half. Highlands leading at 16-0. Cohen is back. He looks. It's batted down. The big fella, 76, Corey Dotson, the senior nose tackle.
This time there was a late flag in there, Mike.
Holding against Highlands.
I don't like where they threw it, that's for sure. Third penalty for 35. And we go in reverse, Mike.
We do. All the penalties against Highlands so far.
Yep.
And this is a spot foul. It's going to put it back at the 49.
Wow. That hurts.
And make it first down and 24. Approximately. 1:44 left of the half. Albert Gallatin, remember, will get the ball to start the second half.
That early rain might held our crowd down a little bit. We need to get something to get them energized here.
High snap, but Cohen brings it down. He'll run a shovel pass in there to Jet. Jet tries to break a tackle, but brought down beautifully by Cole DuPont.
You talk about getting knees and ankles, Mike.
They let the rush come through, and they ran the shovel pass, and there's the first reception by a running back this year.
And it went for
-1.
only 28 yards passing so far, Mike.
Going to be second and 25. Let's see what the call is here from the referee. 1:31 left of the half.
4 of 8 passing.
Dead ball personal foul against Albert Gallatin. Wow.
Not an automatic first down?
No, but it was first down anyway, so it'll still be first. It's going to be first and 10.
There you go, back to where we started. 37.
So forget everything else that just happened.
Deja vu. Why didn't we miss those 3 plays?
Forget it all. Just, yeah. You wouldn't have missed a thing. Well, believe me, the plays we missed weren't much to write home about either. So, like I said, if you really want to know what they were, call me.
There you go. Go give you a play-by-play.
I got them. Now we have a whistle and a dead ball foul. The clock, the play clock ran out.
Second time tonight.
Did Highlands get a timeout first? They did.
They did?
They did. Why don't we take a timeout and make sure our machinery works?
There you go.
1:16 left first half. 16-0 Highlands. We'll be right back. Okay. right, here we go. Second and 10, strangely enough. Shouldn't it be first and 10? Okay. After the dead ball foul. Thank you, Mr. Stabile. Cohen hit as he throws down the sideline. Freeman's down there. Caught it anyway. What a catch at the 2-yard line. Oh.
He was being held, Mike. He only had one hand to catch the ball with, but he pulled it in there. 34 yards on that play. Gold Rams are in business now, Mike.
Wow, that was tremendous.
Yep. I mean, take a look at that one if you have it on YouTube and take it back again. You'll see Romello get that one hand out there. The other one was being held. First and goal, Gold Rams now, Mike. Great timeout.
3 catches, 55 yards for Romello Freeman. First and goal, Highlands at the 3. Well, this could be some big points here at 1:07 left of the first half.
Cohen runs over. And
we need that old play we had where any Gillette brother just pushes the guy in from behind. From the 3.
Taylor in the backfield.
The turn to give is to Taylor. Taylor barrels his way down near the goal line. He's going to get to about the 1.
One thing you did miss, Mike, during those plays was Jet came off with looked like a shoulder injury again. And Taylor's been the main back since. That's his 6th carry for 39 yards. Jet has 6 for 68 yards.
Gotcha. Thank you for the updates there. That helps me. I was trying to keep track. There's a marker down. Let's see what this is.
What now?
I don't know. Been all kind of stops and starts here. Now it is going to be a 5-yard penalty or 10.
What the heck?
Or 15. Chop block against Highlands.
You know, we talked about that in practice this week, Mike, about how now you have to extend your arms. You know, in the old days, they taught you to hold your arms in. Now you have to extend your arms. They call those chop blocks.
First and goal at the 15. Cohen looked like he wanted to run the pitch. There was no one to pitch it to, and they got him, and down he goes at the 20-yard line.
I think the good news is he didn't pitch it, Mike.
Yeah, there wasn't anyone there.
First and goal at the 2 is now.
Second and goal at the 20. They're going backwards. 22 seconds left.
And they have one timeout. We got to get some plays off here, Mike.
Cohen is back. Cohen's going to fire it to the end zone. Freeman down there. Makes a diving effort, but it's incomplete.
Looked like hand-to-hand combat again there, Mike.
Third and goal, 11 seconds left.
Well, we're definitely getting another playoff. The only question I have are we in J.C. Bowser range here?
This kind of reminds you of the way the first half ended up at Ambridge.
Yep, choppy is the word.
Play clock down to 15. And the Jets a sidecar. Cohen back. Cohen looking. Fires to the corner. Booker down there, but it's too far. He threw it right to the flag.
Yep.
4th down, 5 seconds. You take a shot at the end zone now. Where's Johnny Christ?
Good question. He's upper left side with his brother Logan. They haven't looked at him yet tonight, Mike.
4th down. The Rams will take one more shot at it at 5 seconds.
He hasn't been, as a fantasy term would be, targeted. All right, Mike. If you get beat, you want to grab somebody. Nobody gets in the end zone.
5 seconds on the play clock. Highlands is going to call time.
Their last one, might as well, huh, Mike?
Oh, good. That gives us a chance to tell you about the Anchor Inn. And we've had, weren't that many people there last week because we had a road game. The Anchor Inn is the sure sign we have another season of Golden Rams football. Post-game there is where you want to be. Joe, Andy, and Dee continue that tradition. They started way back in 1953, the Eisenhower administration. A great home-cooked meal without having to do the cooking. All their signature food, the blue plate specials, which of course comes on a blue plate. Daily specials are a list as long as your arm.
Cheese delights. You like the cheese
I love
delights.
the cheese delights with the dill pickles and the brown mustard. Just tremendous. No, Captain's Platter, Kenwood says, no reservations are needed and the kitchen's open till 11, so there's plenty of time to come to the Anchor after the game. Mike and I will be there. Come on over and say hi, and people actually do. So do that, and we'll say your name on TV. That's the Anchor Inn, Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. Welcome aboard.
All right now we have another stoppage of play. Talk about choppy. Guess who took a timeout?
Now Albert Gallatin calls it. This is like basketball. This is like basketball without funneling money to parents. That's what it's like.
Speaking of basketball, maybe that Gateway coach Nee will be up there.
Danny. Yeah, exactly. We're talking about Chuck Wagner. He won the Class B championship, Whitfield Championship, in 1965 with Oakmont. And then won his next WPIL championship 38 years later in 2003 at Springdale. Huh? Isn't that unbelievable?
Generation.
270 wins, 5th all time. And then he was the first coach at Riverview. Riverview tonight is celebrating the 20th anniversary of their 1997 championship team. I wish they were having a Saturday game so I could have gone to it.
Yeah, you knew a lot of
those. A little bit disappointing. Yeah, I got to do the run. I got the playoff run there. It was great.
Speaking of running, let's run to the end zone.
4th down. We know this is going, I think, with double high safeties. And Cohen back, fires it down the middle, and it's incomplete. He had Booker down there, but just overthrew him in 1.8 seconds to go. I can't wait to see what Sean Leota has for us here.
Well, we know it takes 3 seconds to run that play.
Mark that in the book. Mark that in the book.
Cohen tonight, 5 completions on 12 attempts for 62 yards. Sportelli late to get on the field, Mike.
He is. So here we go at 1.8. This could be Javon Davis. This is Javon Davis. And he gets up to the 23-yard line, and that's going to do it.
Zienko and Gillette on that tackle, Mike, and that's going to bring the half to an end with the Golden Rams in a thrilling 2-0 second quarter.
And we had a 2-0 third quarter here against Knock.
How about that?
That's the end of the first half with the score. Highlands 16 and Albert Gallatin nothing. We'll be back with stats right after this. All right, we're back at halftime. The Rams lead at 16-0. Dean has some numbers.
Yeah, Mike, the offense not very impressive tonight, but boy, the defense has really done a great job. They've only given up 6 first downs to Albert Gallatin. Highlands has 5. Only 22 yards rushing for Albert Gallatin, 111 for Highlands. Most of that coming on a Jermaine Jett 60-yard run. 57 yards passing for the Golden Rams, only 18 for Albert Gallatin. Total yards, Highlands 168, Albert Gallatin 40. Third down conversions. Tough for Highlands, 0 for 4, Mike. That's not good. 4 for 9 for Albert Gallatin. Penalties, Highlands 6 for 55. Albert Gallatin only 1 for 15. Turnovers, Highlands has 1. Albert Gallatin 2. Time of possession pretty even. 12:37 for Albert Gallatin. 11:23 for Highlands.
Let's give you the scoring quickly. Logan Christ brought the opening kickoff back 77 yards for a touchdown. J.C. Bowser the kick. It was 7-0 Highlands. Then at 7:24 left first quarter, Jermaine Jett ripped off a 55-yard touchdown run. Bowser added the kick. It was 14-0. And then at 10:28 second quarter, a safety on a snap over the punter's head in the end zone. The Rams led at 16-0, and that was it, as the Dean said. An exciting 2-0 second quarter, our second 2-0 quarter here at Golden Ram Stadium this season. B&J Sports, located 1605 Freeport Road, Natrona Heights, has been outfitting our local sports teams and the great fans of the Valley for more than 5 decades. When it comes to all of your sporting goods needs, look no further than B&J Sports. Glenn Mills and his friendly staff provide that personal touch. High school jackets, team uniforms, trophies, any kinds of sports equipment. You just can't beat the service at B&J. They're open 9 to 5 weekdays and Saturdays 9 till noon. So stop in today or give Glenn a call at 724-226-2762. 5 decades says it all. B&J Sports. Second half kickoff brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Individualized training for third graders all the way up to varsity. Email masonelitehoops@comcast.net or on the web, masonelitehoops.com.
Check out the Facebook page too, Mike. Lots of great things on there. This week he was working Rob Carmody.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter, actually, yeah. So,
it's impressive.
We're ready for the second half to begin. Highlands will kick it off. They lead at 16-0.
Mike still plays too, by the way.
Yeah, I think he still can. Yeah, he got a little bit of that left. Sam Peck will kick it off. And back deep to receive is Javon Davis. And here here we go. Booted to the near side of the field, and this is going to be Robinson. Torrey Robinson, 20, 25, 30. Look out. Here he comes over the 35,
Sam
the 40.
Peck going to have to get involved, Mike.
And Sam Peck does get involved big time and throws him out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
That's Sam's first scalp of the year, Mike.
Now, the Rams have really shored up the kick return game, which the last few years, to put it mildly, pretty much been a disaster. And they've done a pretty good job this year on that. That's one of the big ones they've given up.
And again, Albert Gallatin go with good field position here to start the second half.
And again, if they can score, and we get the word they go for 2 all the time, they can only be 1 score behind.
That's correct.
Double stack receivers on each side.
Right
Llewellyn is back, looking and throws, and it is caught. This is Torrey Robinson, first down out of bounds in Highlands territory at the 42-yard line.
Gillette ran him out of bounds, but not until they pick up the first down. Mike, we had a non-conference game tonight in Northern 9. The conference game tonight, Ambridge and Indiana. That could be interesting. Blackhawk is at Safayette. That won't be interesting. Knock at Montour. Big game for us tonight if Knock can pull the upset there.
Big hole by Oliver through the middle down to the 37-yard line, and he gets about 5.
Newcastle at Mars, the other conference games where Telly makes a stop. I forgot about that quick offense, Mike. I'm looking down.
They're going faster, too.
Schedule. Sorry about that.
That's okay. It's visual. They can see.
You hope.
Well, most of it. High snap. Llewellyn climbs a ladder. Fires to the far side. This is caught, and Stone is hit and thrown back forward. Progress is ruled down as Stone gets it near the first down marker at the 32.
Logan Price on a stop, Mike. It's be interesting where they mark that ball.
Putting it at the 32. Is it a first down or no?
Stone, by the way, has to run cross country, Mike, because that's the guy that's always going into those crazy motions, and they did give him a first time. Very favorable spot there. Here he goes in motion again.
And they give us to Oliver up the middle and just a couple.
Sportelli, what a night he's having, Mike. That's his 10th tackle, and he is meeting people in the hole and driving them backwards. That's the one thing that we've lacked so far this year. Sport tonight's coming up big.
Well, this season so far, 5 different backs have gone over 100 yards against Highlands. They're allowing 252 rushing yards a game and 5.8 yards a carry.
Yeah, 2 Newcastle guys went over 100, right?
Llewellyn is back. Time. Going to fire it deep. Got a man down there. Going to be caught for an Albert Gallatin touchdown. In the end zone, Nate Bricker pulls it in.
That's that 6-3 matchup, Mike. I didn't like that against Logan Price. He has 5 inches on him. Turn those to his advantage.
31 yards. Albert Gallatin strikes on 5 plays.
And like you said, Mike, they're going to go for 2 here, and let's see what happens.
And then they line up.
Interesting setup, huh?
Crazy formation in the backfield, and now it's basically confusion. They have receivers and linemen all over the place. Llewellyn is in the backfield. Looking for motion. That's Stone.
It is confusing.
And Llewellyn is back, rolling right, fires for the end zone. It's incomplete. There's nobody there. So the lead remains. 10 minutes left of the third quarter, and the score now, Highlands 16, Albert Gallatin 6. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back. All right, Albert Gallatin takes the opening kickoff, marched 55 yards on 5 plays, and it took 2 minutes off the third quarter clock. And the Colonials are back in it. It's 16-6.
Mike, we're going to get that squib kick again. Look, they didn't even put on a tee.
The good news is WPI rules mandate you only need to win by 1, and especially in a non-conference game. There are no Gardner points involved here tonight.
Last year down there, it was 42-0.
Verano kicks it. He gets some distance, doesn't he? Signorella takes it at the 27. Out over the 35. Here he comes to the 40, near side of the field. Breaks a tackle and gets thrown out of bounds. Highlands again. Highlands has been blessed with good field position all night. They just haven't done anything with it.
Right. They're going to take advantage of it.
Good return by Siggs that time.
20 yards on that kick return. Highlands goes to work again. Like you said, my great field position, but have not taken advantage of it. 0 for 4 on third down. That's not good.
No, and they've been better than that during the season. That's 40% during the year. That's a good number. So 1st and 10 at the 46. I formation. Sportelli sets up as the tight end. And they give us to Jet. Jet weaves his way through there and gets some yardage. Carries men with him.
Look at that,
Still
Mike.
carrying men with him.
Going forward.
And gets 8 yards where there were about 2.
Yep.
Now I think I was talking to our good friend, Mr. Ronick, who we affectionately call Ouch at halftime. I wondered if maybe just going heavy and running it out, it might be the idea, because it kind of reminds me of Ambridge, and that's what they did second half in Ambridge.
And during halftime, Mike,
Jet tries to get outside, but they got him.
Wow.
Boy, he gets hit hard there. First man was Cole DuPont, and Dylan Shea came in to finish.
I saw Jet and Ethan Jones during halftime taking Wildcat snaps. Yep.
Losses 2 back to the 48. Cole DuPont, the son of the athletic director, Dwayne DuPont.
I did not know that.
Thanks to Dwayne. Good on the roster, quick. Not as quick as Mars. Mars still in the lead. Only 40 minutes. 3rd down, 4. Stretch play, left side. This is Jet.
Nothing doing.
Looks like they got him. Can he get away?
No, he is not.
Can't. Holding on was Colby Verano, the sophomore. And Albert Gallatin fired up across the way. You said which one? They might be smelling West Mifflin.
Yeah, they played like Thomas Jefferson in the first half, but second half again. Remember, they upset West Mifflin.
How important is that safety now?
Yeah. Right now, it's a difference in 1-score versus 2-score game.
4th and 8. Logan Christ back to punt as the clock winds to 8 minutes, 3rd quarter. Highlands leads it 16-6.
That's the 3rd time in a row, Mike, we backed up the truck on offense.
Good snap, and Christ gets it out of there, and it's going to hit again. Hits the ground now.
He takes it.
He takes it, does Bricker, and comes ahead to the 25-yard line.
Signorella and Loveland make the stop.
36-yard punt, 5-yard return. After he probably could have picked it up sooner. So it's 1st down, Colonials, and they've sped things up tempo-wise, offensively. Now they get full house.
Yep. Seemed to help them last time, Mike.
Stone, Oliver, and Davis across that tee.
It's power football, Mike.
It is. They give it to Oliver. 2 hands on the ball. And up to the 30 or the 28.
And, if I'm watching a tape on Highlands, I think that's the way I would attack them.
Mario Cienko down there. Here are the list of the backs that have gone over 100. Ruffner, Harrod, Stapchuk, Hooker, Thomas. Not a law firm.
Nope. 6 tackle by Cienka tonight. Mikey's been very involved. Jet with his first stop of the night.
2nd down and 7 now. 7:20 left, 3rd quarter. Strong side of the field to the right. Llewellyn is back. He throws it down to the turf. Incomplete. He tried to get it to Christian Stone, his sophomore wide receiver, but it was down at the ground. The Rams have a gut. You talk about Llewellyn. He never hit the ground once last week. You can see why.
Yep, he gets rid of it quick.
3rd and 7. Next week, Montour will be here in a big Northwest 9 matchup. The Rams went out and upset Montour last year at Montour in the rain.
They bring in 2 Division I wide receivers.
Boy, the receiver left early. He was running up the field. They didn't catch it. Here's Llewellyn throwing, and Bricker caught it at the 44-yard line.
What a catch, Mike.
Boy, it was Christian Stone who was in the slot to the near side of the field, and he was moving up the field quick too soon. And the officials didn't catch it, and a 27-yard pickup.
Logan Price made the tackle, but not until you said 27-yard pickup. Ronnie Stevenson, Mike Temple, recruited 6'5", will be here next week for Montour.
Here's the give, and it's Oliver off the left side as they go quickly to the 41-yard line.
Jet and Gillette. Jet on the tackle along with Gillette.
3 catches, 61 yards for Bricker, including that touchdown. He's doing the business here in the second half. Now they're going to go backwards.
That's
And
a
the second
fumble
time
again.
it got messed up, but Stone takes it. He comes forward and runs into Chikello. But that's the second time they tried it, and the second time that Christian Stone couldn't catch the football.
Both times, those are fumbles.
3-yard loss. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Chikello and Gillette in on that stop. Gillette's 10th tackle of the night.
Halfway through the 3rd quarter.
All right, Mike, we have Johnny Christ at 6.
He's on Bricker now.
Bricker,
Yep.
smart idea there.
Llewellyn is back. He's looking that way. He's going to put it up to him down the sideline, and he's going to incomplete right off his hands. Don't know if he'd have been able to get a foot in or not, but boy, he adjusts well on the football.
No doubt about it.
They found something there. They switched Christ brothers on him just because of the size.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6'3" against 6'6" is better than 6'3" against.
4th and 9. Does Sean Leota go here? I think he does. At the Highlands 44, the Rams haven't been able to do anything offensively.
Why not? Yep.
Highlands has 5 first downs in this game. That's it. And their offense since the halftime of that knock game has really not been the same. Llewellyn is back on 4th down, big play. He looks. He's going to try it again. Down the sideline, almost picked off and almost caught. As Mello got up there, got 2 hands on it, as Torrey Robinson was streaking down the sidelines, but it's incomplete, and the Rams will take over in great field position again.
If anything, Mike Romello, you don't want to intercept that because you take over here versus the 5-yard line.
Tom Jackson, when Chris Berman back in the old days, what do you do, TJ? You knock it down.
All right, let's get that started on offense, Mike. Our offense really, I said, the last 4 times we've had the ball basically went in reverse.
And look at the field position since the 2nd quarter. Starting on the Albert Gallatin 48, on the 37, on the Highlands 46, on the Highlands 44. Just great starting position, but unable to capitalize on it. 1st and 10. And off is to Cameron Taylor off the left side, cuts it back, and he's up to the 50-yard line.
Pick up 6 by Taylor. He now has 7 rushes for 45 yards.
Boy, that's how I have that. I must have trying to pay attention while we were having our technical difficulties, which we appreciate everyone's forbearance out there. 2nd downs, 4 to go. We'll call it right at the 50. Freeman is a wide receiver. Booker's in the slot. They have Gillette as the fullback. Taylor is the tailback. That's a big backfield. The battering ram gets the call. And they have him as Cole DuPont, the junior safety, was up there to meet him in the hole.
Notice what's happened here, Mike, since the beginning of the game till now. More people in the box for Albert Gallatin. They think we're going to try to run the ball. And again, those.
And how many passes is coming from? 10? 9?
12. 2 down linemen now have become 4. Look. And they're really crowding the line of scrimmage, Mike.
They are. And Cohen fires, and it's caught by Booker. Booker's got a first down, 40, 35, and drags a man with him to the 33-yard line. DuPont had him and spun him to the ground.
17-yard pickup, first down for Highlands. 79 yards now passing for Seth Cohen.
And the second one by Booker.
6 for 13, 79. And Highlands once again, good field position, timeout.
Too many men on the field is what the problem they were having, Albert Gallatin. So they're going to have to call timeout to try to fix that. So they waste their first one of the second half.
It's time to talk about Planet Fitness. Don't forget that swag bag. Ask for a ticket.
Yes, get a
anytime.
ticket.
Yep, just walk right in. Don't need to be a member. Don't have to take a tour. Just have to sign up for the swag bag. Love the hats they gave us, Mike. There'll be a couple of those in there. Plus a free month of Planet Fitness located in Toronto Heights. It's your home for the judgment-free zone. Planet Fitness provides a unique environment where everyone, and we mean everyone, is free to work out in a non-intimidating environment. I saw a bunch of guys up there, Mike, from Highlands the other day. Brennan Lucchino was up there. The Woody boys, Tyrone, and John.
Did you direct them to the tickets? And
I certainly did.
There you go.
That's why bag. They're open 24/7. Work on your own schedule. Friendly staff. Again, ask for a ticket there. First-time gym members, no problems. And again, you can dress in a clean club locker room, showers, anything you need. Memberships are available for as low as $10 a month. Stop in at AC and Planet Fitness in the Heights Plaza.
First down, Highlands at the 33. They go and Cohen is back, and he throws. That was messed up from the beginning.
Yeah.
Either a guard or center stepped on his foot when he was coming out, and it messed the timing up. He stumbled back out of there after he got the snap, and he caught a foot of one of his linemen, I think.
Yeah, he put it in a place where nobody can catch it. That was the most important thing, Mike.
And throw it into the ground and get another play. 2nd and 10. Rams go for some personnel changes here.
Mary Jo Milberger, Crystal Borowski's mom, the lady we pulled a 50-50 ticket for. She's a member up there. I see her all the time.
High Stowe. Again, they snap it high. Jet's got to try to fall on. He doesn't have it yet. Albert Gallatin dives. And let's see. It's all white on it. Albert Gallatin has it at the 45-yard line. Coming up with it for the Colonials is Dylan Shea, a freshman.
Number 1 rule, Mike. Pick up ball.
The second Highlands turnover. Shea gets it.
And Jet loses that yardage, Mike?
He sure does.
How many?
22.
Back up the truck. That takes him down to 46. Yikes. Said they were practicing a Wildcat snap. It looked a lot better on the sideline.
It really doesn't look like it. First down, Colonials at the Highlands 45. They've been giving all kind of opportunities by Highlands.
Yep. Lamer down at the bottom
and
of the
Booker
pile.
make the stop on Javon Davis, it was 29.
And Mike, I mentioned how hot it was this week at practice, but I believe it was the same temperature down in Albert Gallatin.
It was.
And we didn't
actually, as far as you have to go down there, it was probably 5 degrees warmer. It's always warmer in Morgantown.
Yes.
Llewellyn is back, sets his feet, has all day, fires it. Ooh. It's caught beautifully by Stone, makes a man miss, and gets to the 15-yard line.
Did a great job, Mike, that time in front of Booker. Booker made the tackle, but again, give Stone credit. Ran a great pattern. Llewellyn found him. Remember, Llewellyn passed for 2 touchdown passes against number 4 previously ranked West Mifflin. So this kid is only a sophomore, Mike, and doing a good job.
1st and 10 at the 15.
And now we see the power.
And this is Davis. He might have got hit for a loss on that. Let's see. The line of scrimmage was the 15. He's going to get a couple to the 13-yard line.
Lamer and Booker make that stop. But again, they get 4 yards, Mike. That's a win.
Clock winds. 2:35 left third quarter. We'll call it the 12. Davis the setback next to Llewellyn. He's back, going to sprint right. Got a man, Bricker wide open. Takes it, tries to make a man miss. He does. He's at the 10, and the Rams bring him down at the 8. He'll be a yard or 2 short.
Johnny had him at the ankles. Couldn't finish it, though. Chicello and Gillette came up, made that tackle, but now it's 3rd and short, Mike.
3rd and 2. And it's been Bricker, 4 catches, 66 yards, 3 of those for 63 here in the second half. And Davis gets the first down to the 5 to the 4-yard line.
Lamer in a tackle, Mike, but not until they make that first down. It's 1st and goal.
12 first downs for Albert Gallatin. Highlands has 6.
That safety's looking large, Mike.
It really is. And the fact that they can't kick.
Yeah.
1st and goal, Colonials. Clock winds, less than 2 minutes left of the third. Wide side of the field to the left with the straight tee. And the give is to Stone. Stone is hit and thrown down.
You got Stone
Nick
there, Mike.
Chicello stood him up and threw him back.
Rudd will be very proud of that, Mike. He's watching from afar. He tells me he watches all the broadcasts, and he loves when we mention his name.
So done.
I think Nick does too.
Again from the straight tee, 2nd and goal.
Remember we introduced them to each other?
And this is Oliver. Oliver dives down to the goal line and is in for an Albert Gallatin touchdown.
Oliver, the leading rusher last year, Mike, in from 2 yards out. And all of a sudden, it's a 16-12 game.
At the 1:04 mark of the third, it has been all Colonials here in the second half. Now they only going to try to make it 16-14. Of course, it doesn't matter if they're down by 2 because they can't kick a field goal. So
how can you have a
make it or not? It's really
4A school that doesn't have a kicker, Mike? We have been blessed so many
They're all on
years.
that tremendous Albert Gallatin soccer team.
Yeah, I think so.
Llewellyn sprints out, throws to Bricker for 2.
And it's good.
16-14.
That's the guy who left the soccer team. I wish he'd have stayed.
And it's 16-14. A team that Highlands beat 42-0 last year. But this isn't last year.
Yep. Bricker from Llewellyn gives us a chance to talk about the Boucher Agency. Many companies that give you car insurance quotes, only Nationwide can back it up with dedicated licensed professionals and superior claim service. Mel and Jonathan Boucher Agency want to help you release some of the stress involved with insuring young teen drivers. That's about the Nationwide Insurance Young Driver Discount. When you compare, no one beats Nationwide's rates for young drivers. Call your hometown Nationwide agents, John and Mel, at 724-224-4300, and let them help you choose the coverage right for your family. They have evening and Saturday hours for your convenience. Remember, in the AK Valley, the Bouchers and Nationwide are on your side. We've got to get out of this malaise, Mike.
Yeah, really. Maybe we could run a kickoff back or something.
Yep. That Newcastle game here, we were the talk of the town.
They're trying to make me get a prediction again. Well, the way they're kicking it now, it's going to be hard to get it back to anyone.
Yeah, they started squibbing it after
That's a good one.
There you go. Ooh.
Line shot taken out of the air by Gillette. And here he comes to the 40 and up to the 42. And they continue to get just tremendous field position.
And now let's do something about it, huh?
57 seconds left of the third. First down, Highlands at their 42. I'm going to do this again. They scored when they got the ball at the 26, the first offensive series when Jet ran it all the way. After that, here's their field position. The Highlands 48, the Highlands 44, the Albert Gallatin 37, the Albert Gallatin 48, the Albert Gallatin 37, the Highlands 46, the Highlands 44, the Highlands 42, and they only have 2 touchdowns, and one was on a return. This is Jet busting through there up over the 50 and is close to a first down. Boy, look, he got kicked in the head by one of the Colonial players, and he took the worst of that, and that was Bricker as he came over the top.
He's
Jet galloped through there. Bricker's hurt. They're going to call timeout and make him come off. They're going to say first down, 10 yards for Jet.
That
was 10 of those back, huh?
Yep. 10 of that 20 lost in the last series. Now 11 carries, 56 yards for Jermaine.
Now the Rams go tempo. First down at the Colonial 48. And again, they run it on a counter play. Comes to Jet again, and here he comes. He's at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Still going 15, and down there at the 15-yard line goes Jet. And a flag, 2 flags down at the 50-yard line. Hold the phone.
Oh, boy.
We're coming back.
Whoa. At the original line of scrimmage, Mike.
That's going to be
no game.
The 30. That's going to be 35-yard run plus a 10-yard penalty. That's basically a 45-yard penalty.
And more importantly, no gain for Jet or the Golden Rams. 23 seconds ago here, Mike. Look, just right when we seem to get a little tempo going.
The Rams are just getting killed by penalties tonight.
5 for 65 now.
So this takes it back to the 41 of Highlands and makes it first down and 21.
And the momentum has swung here in the third quarter.
Big time.
Yes.
Colonials trail only by 2. Rams don't have to run this if they don't want to. They will. Try it again. This is Taylor off the left side. Jet was probably tired. Taylor is hit and nothing on the last play of the third quarter. It'll be 2nd and 20 when we start the fourth. Albert Gallatin once trailed 16-0, but they've scored 2 here in the third, and they're back to 16 to 14.
Oh, well, Mike, last 3 times that Taylor's touched the ball, 0-0-0. He's been shut out. So how does Golden Rams have to come up with something here. Again, we mentioned this is the only non-conference game tonight. Last week, Newcastle beat Indiana 42-7. Montour beat Ambridge 42-0. South Fayette beat Knock 52-14. And a non-conference action, Mike, Trinity beat Blackhawk 62-34.
Hello. You got some trivia over there?
I do. I have Highlands trivia, 50th anniversary.
50th anniversary trivia. Let's go.
This could be a simple one, Mike. So you got a 50-50 chance here. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Did Highlands win or lose their first game?
That's a great question. I don't know. I'm going to say they won their first game.
It was against North Catholic. 12-6 North Catholic, unfortunately. That was 9-6-68.
How about that?
Is that a palindrome?
That's Tony, huh? Highlands outgained by well over 100 yards in that third quarter, thanks to George Guido for those depressing statistics.
I didn't want to bring it up.
Second down and 20.
Uh-oh,
and this is a run by Cohen off the right side, 40, 45-50, 45-40. Crazy legs. Cohen out of bounds close to a first down.
We haven't seen that one, Mike.
That was just a sweep. He ran a naked bootleg.
That's where you spot him.
They're going to put him out at the Albert Gallatin 42. 18-yard gain.
Yep. This is the first time I've ever shown Seth with positive yardage.
3rd and 2.
Unfortunately, he takes all those sacks for minus yards. Big third down here. Highlands again is turn the table.
High
here
formation.
Comes everybody.
Give it a Jet. Jet barrels through there, and
He's
Jet
gonna be close.
is short by about a foot.
We talked about Albert Gallatin's tendency to bring people, Mike, and that time they brought everybody.
They so didn't get a good mark on it.
Yep. I think they got to go here, don't you?
I think they're going to. 4th and 1. They look over to the sideline. They got plenty of time on the play clock here.
Going, making sure everybody got it right. Now
Highlands is going to call time.
Yep. Make sure they get it right, too.
Exactly. Only gives us a chance to talk to you high school seniors out there. It's time to start making some decisions. You can learn the skills you need to start a career in the high-demand field of healthcare in less than a year. Pittsburgh is in need of skilled healthcare workers, and Career Training Academy offers half-day or evening classes to suit your needs. Serving the AK Valley for over 35 years, CTA offers programs in medical or dental assisting, medical billing and coding, and our new phlebotomy technician program. With Halloween coming, that sort of fits into the deal there. Visit us on the web at careerta.edu or stop into our new location at the Hillcrest Plaza in Lower Borough. Enrolling now for all programs and fall of 2018. Call Career Training Academy today at 724-337-1000.
Mention those half-day classes, Mike. Nice thing about it is you get out at 1:15, you can get a part-time job, go to school at the same time, and it's one of the big advantages over at Career Training Academy.
Highlands 3 for 8 on 4th downs this year, and this is a big one. 4th and about a foot. The turn to give to Jet.
There we
He's
go.
going to get the
right
first
hole.
down and
go,
more.
Baby, go.
Barrels through there, 30, 25. Still going 20. First down at the 19, the 18.
21-yard pickup, Mike. Again, when you send everybody, that's the chance you take. If he breaks the original line of scrimmage, which he did, he now has 13 carries for 78 yards and a man's down, Mike.
They might have traded him out.
We do. This is a Highlands player, and it looks like it's Gabe Booker going to be attended to by the
Mike,
Highlands training staff. So we'll take a timeout. 11:03 left, 4th quarter. Highlands by 2. We'll be right back. We're checking Bucko scores. It's very important to myself and the dean for reasons that you all don't need to know about. It's 2-0 Nationals. That's good for you, but not for me. But yeah, I think
Gabe Booker
came off.
Helped off the field, Mike.
Jet is wrapped up by Stephen Angel.
Right back to the line of scrimmage.
The Rams could really use a touchdown right now. Then leading it 16-14, 10:25 left. And again, you come into these non-conference games put right in the middle of the season. You never know. And so we asked who's going to show up because you really don't know the interest level from either side.
Well, so far it looks like Highlands shut up in the first half.
Well, they got off to such an easy start.
Stretch play.
There it is. The jet, and look at him. Find it. Here he comes, 15-10. He's all the way for a touchdown. 18 yards. Oh, he is. When I saw him run that first stretch play in the scrimmage, if there was a back that was built to run a play like that, it's him.
Yeah.
He puts one foot in the ground and he is gone. And he's over 100 yards, even though he lost 22, or lost how many yards he's lost on snaps over his head. He's lost 25 yards on snaps over his head, and he still has over 100. So the Rams lead it 22-14, and J.C. Bowser out of the swinging gate is on to try the extra point. 10:03 to go. It's 22-14. And this is a big one here to make it 2 scores. It's on the tee. The kick is on its way, and it is good. 10:03 left. Fourth quarter. It's Highlands 23, Albert Gallatin 14. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back. So Highlands scores on a big one, and that was a 58-yard drive on 7 plays.
Jermaine Jett now 15 carries, 102 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's carried the workload. As mentioned, Cam Taylor, Mike, he's been limping around here the second half, and Gabe Booker being checked too.
About time one of our backs had 100 yards, huh? This is Stone at the 15. He runs.
He likes to run sideways.
He does. He's great at it. Mazarik's trying to chase him, but finally they get him and throw him out of bounds. I think DJ Loveland was over there. It was Brandon Jocham, 28, and he the way he was grabbing his hand, it looked like he might have got caught up in the merchandise. Brandon did a good job to get him out of there as he chased across the field. So Albert Gallatin starts at the 28.
Only a sophomore.
Less than 10 to go. And the Rams lead it by 9 now. Four 0 Nationals over your Buccos. Ryan Zimmerman just hit a homer.
Personal foul.
It'll be half the distance. It's on Gallatin. It's hard to hear the ref because his microphone is. We have gremlins because of the rain. So it's going to be half the distance, which will take it back. It's still 15 yards. It's going to take it back to the 14. Put it at the 15-yard line.
The much-traveled Coach Leota.
It should be 1st and 10, right? Not 1st and 25. That's correct.
Yep. Mike, he's been through Line Mountain, West Shamokin, York, McKee Sports, Springdale, Salzburg, and Clarendon. That's only his high school career.
And lives in Lower Borough. Llewellyn is back. Here comes Timmons. Llewellyn heaves it deep. Freeman's down there, and so is Stone. And Stone had it go through his hand. Romello made the mistake that a lot of guys make. He located the ball, and then he stopped to try to catch it rather than keep running.
Llewellyn throws a nice ball, Mike.
He does.
And again, he's that rare sophomore with 2 years experience. College level, Mike. Sean has been with Duquesne University. And we already mentioned his Erie Explosion experience in the Indoor Football League.
2nd and 10. Llewellyn back. Here comes Timmons again. Fires it out.
Nice
Great catch by Stone, and a tremendous tackle. As Gabe Booker's back, by the way, and feeling good.
I'm telling you, Mike, he was actually helped off the field by...
Now, what do we have here? We have a man down.
Mike Rizzo.
Injury on the Albert Gallatin side, and Llewellyn is limping around also. Not much of a gain on that. It's a 2-yard pickup out to the 17 to make it 3rd down and 8.
Mike's being assisted by Hannah DeBoer, Chuck's daughter. And Mike Rizzo's out in the field.
No, good time for trivia.
Okay, I got a good one, Mike. We talked about multiple sport athletes last week. We're going to continue with that theme. What WPL player had the choice between scholarships to play point guard at North Carolina or quarterback at Notre Dame? 2 scholarships on the table.
Is it Phil Dracovic?
Take your pick. Not current.
No. Oh, not current.
Not current. He's a pretty good basketball player, but North Carolina's not going to make him a point guard.
Okay. Wow. How long ago was this?
How about a decade? Let's go back to the 60s.
Okay. That's good. You're right. That is good. 3rd down, 8. Llewellyn back. Llewellyn throws. Ooh. It's caught by Bricker, 30. Bricker to the 35. Here he comes, 40.
He's a
45, 50, 45, 40.
You're going to
chase him down.
Ball's
inside
out.
the 20-yard line. They mark him out of bounds at the 17.
Romello Freeman tracked him down, Mike, and you could see Romello's speed because Bricker had a good 5 yards on him, and Romello ran him down.
And Bricker has those long legs.
6'3", sure does.
33 and 33 is 66.
They keep finding that matchup, Mike, with Logan and Christ. You're giving up 5 inches. It's tough. They rolled Johnny onto him the last couple times, but this time they didn't do it. And every time
flags are down. They tried to go fast there, Dean. I think they might have false started because they tried to catch Highlands and they caught themselves.
Yep. Again, Bricker at 6'3", Logan at 5'11", that's 4 inches. Help out.
So that's going to make it 1st and 15 at the 22. Highlands leads at 23-14.
So you want to play point guard for North Carolina, or do you want to play
60s.
quarterback for Notre Dame? And you're in a WPL making this decision.
How about Tom Clemens?
How about Tommy Clemens? That is correct. Very good, Mike. Where did he go to high school?
Tom Clemens went to Canevin.
And it wasn't even a Bishop back then.
And he's Monty's he's a Rocks guy.
There he goes.
Has Llewellyn, and down he goes.
With the sack.
First one of the night.
Big one,
and
too,
now the
Mike.
Colonials are going backwards. It'll be 2nd and 23.
And Highlands doesn't bring a lot of blitzes, Mike, but that time...
Second sack, I'm sorry.
They did.
They had Llewellyn for a big loss earlier in the first half. A snap issue. 2nd and a mile. Almost West Trentham. Llewellyn is back, and he's going to fire it to the near sideline. And on a push-off, It's caught at the 1-yard line, and they didn't call it. Robinson caught it. It's 1st and goal at the 1.
Yeah, Luke Clarkin looked like he got pushed on that.
Well, he did. It was a push-off by Robinson, no question.
And when he got pushed, he got turned around.
29 yards.
Not only was he pushed off, he got turned around. All right, Mike. I think we're going right up the middle with Mr. Oliver.
They do. And Oliver's in for a touchdown. Wow.
It's been a big strike offense.
The Rams had them 2nd and 23 and let them out of Dodge. Yeah, it's been a big strike offense, except they've only scored in 1 game. So,
yeah.
I mean, this is, you're letting them march up and down the field. Against Bell Vernon, they scored 6. Against Ringgold, they scored 8. And against Thomas Jefferson, they scored 0. So it's only been a big strike offense twice.
Close it within 1, but like you said, it wouldn't make a difference.
Llewellyn back and throws, and it's incomplete. 2-point conversion is no good. So it's 23-20 now. It's turning into another Newcastle game.
Well, let's hope we don't end up with the same results here, Mike.
7:42 left, 4th quarter. We'll take a timeout. 23-20 Highlands. We'll be back. 85-yard drive for Albert Gallatin on 6 plays. And it took them only 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
So Golden Rams going to try to hang on for dear life. Mike ahead by 3 with 7 minutes to go. This time
they need to keep scoring.
Yeah. To Christ.
And this is Christ. Up over the 40 to the 44. And again, the Rams get unbelievable field position.
They've had it all night, Mike.
7:35 to go. With a 3-point lead. I would say 19.
Christ now 77 and 19. He's over 100 yards in returns.
No, he has a lot of yards of returns in his career. There's no doubt.
But you know what? The Christ have been shut out receiving tonight.
Again, we go I. Strong side to the right. The tight end is Sportelli. Twins right. 1st and 10. Jet bounces out of there, and here he comes. 50. And out of bounds into the Highlands bench at the Albert Gallatin 47.
And that's the ability that Jermaine has to bounce it outside. Give him about 9 on that play.
on the out-of-bounds play.
Jet comes off the field. He's injured. Taylor's injured. He's out there, Mike. Cameron is a gamer. An Oriole, right?
He's an Oriole. He'll hang in there. Second about 2. Taylor, head down.
Fighting for those 2 yards.
He's going to be short. Where the linesman comes in mega crooked. Now they blew the whistle. Albert Gallatin pulled the ball out, but they called it down. The whistle blew for like 2 seconds at least before anything came loose. And the Rams get a bad spot too.
Noah Miller came out there with the ball, Mike, but like you said, he had been down. Jermaine Jett still being worked on the bench, Mike.
3rd and 1. You know, if they play action right now, you could probably break somebody wide open. Like Mello at the top of the screen.
You got 9 guys up on the line of scrimmage. Look at that. There we go.
Albert Gallatin jumps offside. And that was Braden Moody, the junior linebacker, was pulled across. Let's hope.
And we will take that.
Yeah, well, yeah, you never know which way they go with these. It's against Albert Gallatin.
That's a big first down, Mike. By hook or by crook.
We'll take it.
Sean Lieta not happy with that on the sideline.
Well, what was there to be unhappy about?
I think he thinks he's going to make a pull.
I see.
Okay, now look what they're doing, Mike. A huddle.
6:40 to go.
A huddle broke out.
In 1965 broke out. We've seen a straight T formation. We've seen, well, Taylor dots the I. Gillette the fullback.
Jet wants to get back in.
Short drop. Cohen fires. It's caught. This is Freeman. And 3 Colonials come to get him as he's down at the 35.
Pick up a 7. Vermella's 3rd catch. Jet going to return the lineup, Mike. Good to see he's back out there.
Only the 2nd completion of the second half for Highlands, and now they want to line time. That's why they're taking the huddle.
6 yards now in passing.
Ken tells us Jermaine Jett's back in the game. He dots the I this time, wide side to the left. 2nd down 3. Give it a Jet. Needs a little help. Now tries to get to the outside. Here comes the cavalry. And he's going to be strung out and pushed out of bounds after a loss.
Give Albert Gallatin credit, Mike. The pursuit was there.
That's one of those where you want to make a big play, and there's an Albert Gallatin player down. You want to make a big play, but in a case like that, if you just go ahead into the middle and maybe take a yard, then you might have been better for it.
Lost a 2 on the play.
Player down. We'll check on him. 5:40 to go, 4th quarter. Highlands 23, Albert Gallatin 20. Timeout. We'll be back. 3rd and about 5 now. Is this 4-down territory? Again, I flanker right. They jumped again. Alex McMiller was the injured man. He's off the field, but that was senior Corey Dodson that jumped that time. Now the question is it enough? It's 3rd and 5, but was it a long enough 5?
Could be, Mike.
Move it. 1st down Highlands.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Well, looks like we have a discussion.
I saw Tom Stabiles do that so many times on television. This thing.
The old winder, yeah.
There we go. Tom says that the linesman's supposed to tell the referee short 5 or long 5 so he knows and he can signal it.
All right, makes it quicker.
This is inside stuff that you don't get anywhere else. 1st down. Play clock down to 4. Give it a Jet. Jet is through there, and they stand him up at the 32. Say no game.
Yep.
All right, the clock winding now.
Talked about Jet and that shoulder injury. He doesn't really like to lower his shoulder just because of that. They have him rigged up there. Mike has, if you see him before the game, he's got like 5 ace bandages holding that thing in.
Less than 5 to go. 2nd and 10 Highlands at the Albert Gallatin 32. They lead at 23-20.
When's the last time you were ace bandaged, by the way? Quick pass. Over the middle.
Fires. Oh, it's pulled in.
Signorella.
Leaping catch by Signorella. Doesn't want to go down. The ball comes out.
What are they going to say?
Highlands gets on it at the 18-yard line. And it's picked up by Ethan Jones. The center gets on it. But Signorella made a great catch, and he got treated rudely.
14 yards.
First down, 14 to the 18. First catch for Siggs tonight.
And that puts Cohen right at 100 yards now, Mike.
Now they probably want to take some more time. There's 13 seconds on the play clock. The game clock ticks under 4 minutes, fourth quarter.
That was big. Here comes everybody.
Stretch play to Jet. Puts the foot in the ground, and here he goes with a marker down. I think what that was, I thought that it might have been offside, but that's in the backfield, so this is coming back, I'm afraid. No, he moved it. Let's see. Holding against the Rams again.
6 penalties now, 80 yards. And like you said, Mike, it's more than 15 yards when you take away the 15-yard run.
These zone blocking schemes that they use, and the little inside zone run that they do there with Jet, and he stretch him out there, and he puts the foot down, and it allows the defenders to over pursue, and it cuts himself back, and he's just really good at it. He sees the field well. Unfortunately, they held that time, so it's back at the 31, and it'll be 1st and 23.
Well, he said throughout the night, Albert Gallatin shoots a lot of linebackers, Mike, and that's what causes the people to
Caught up in a hole.
Yep.
Cohen, straight back.
Looking deep. He's got a man.
Romello Freeman.
Romello Freeman. 31 yards for the score. Mike, you said 30 to 20 would look a heck of a lot better. And I agree with you as Romello brings it in for a 31-yard pass completion.
Romello Freeman, his 4th reception touchdown of the year. And first one thrown tonight by Seth Cohen. That's his 12th. The Rams have already thrown for more yards passing in the first 4 games of the season than they did in the entirety of last season.
That's something, huh?
J.C. Bowser on for the extra point. Gillette to snap it, Signorella to hold it. Snap, ball down, kick up. Kick is good. Did they throw a flag? It looked like Albert Gallatin was offside. No matter. 3:33 left, fourth quarter. Highlands 30, Albert Gallatin 20. Timeout. We'll be right back. Highlands leads at 30-20 now. I think we may have just crossed the over, Dean.
I hope.
Now the Highlands defense needs to hold. 3:33 remaining. Sam Peck will kick off. And he kicks a short one. And it comes down to a lineman. Big fella, 55. Stephen Angel. Going to make the ball disappear.
All right, Mike. Doug. I said it. I said I would never do it, and I did.
Doug Llewellyn.
All night, I did not say Doug Llewellyn.
You should see that. He has a great connection with Wapner. You should see it.
Dom Llewellyn goes to work here. Doug is, he's working for People's Court. Remember that?
Rusty Burrell.
Yeah.
Llewellyn back. As all day and fires, and he throws it behind his intended receiver. Bricker with Johnny Christ on the coach. We're going to see a lot of passes now.
Do you think Rusty's still with us?
I don't know. I don't think Wapner is.
That guy made a fortune.
Didn't Ed Koch do that for a while? Didn't Ed Koch do People's Court for a little while, or a show similar?
Yes.
There are a lot of Judge Judy's the one now. Jim Harbaugh's right. Judge Judy should be on the Supreme Court. There's no question.
She's a gazillionaire, I know that.
She is. She's the new Oprah.
Right.
Llewellyn fires, incomplete. Oh, great play by Johnny Christ to come around with the offense. Get out of here with that, he says. Third down.
Jet brought the heat, Mike. Almost got a sack on the play. But Llewellyn really does a good job of getting rid of the ball.
Roger Heasley says, stick to sports. Or the stick to sports crowd is out.
It's called vamping.
You're the one that said Doug Llewellyn. You dragged me into it.
I know.
Llewellyn is back, and he throws late across the middle, and almost picked off. Freeman had to break on it. He jumped the route, as they say.
Jet was being held, Mike. He had a chance to get to Llewellyn, but again, he was held up. What do you think they're going to do here, Mike?
I think they're going to go for it.
I do too.
3:12 to go.
Non-conference game.
I mean, they didn't make this 2-day trip to punt.
I remember last time we had to go around with them was like 2008, where we had to go there. They came up here. JVs came up here next morning, 10 o'clock. Their bus broke down in the parking lot here. They had to wait for 2 hours to get a bus
to make the 2-hour trip home.
I got them fed. I did do that much.
4th and 10. It could be Custer's last stand, or at least Gallatin's last stand. Llewellyn back. Here comes Timmons. He fires. It's incomplete. Too tall for Bricker. The ball goes over on down. Did you know that Albert Gallatin is the longest-serving Secretary of Treasury in United States history?
He was buddies with my boy Bobby Morris.
That is true.
They helped finance the war, right?
He was a big populist when it came to taxes and things back in those days too.
All right, going to work here. Let's put this one to bed at 3:07 to go. Highlands leading here 30-20.
Let's see if they can do this on the ground and just crank it. 3:07 to go.
They got the big guy in there.
I formation. Sportelli is the tight end. I'm sorry. Taylor, the battering ram, leans ahead and gets a couple. He says he wasn't down. He popped up. He kind of pulled the Earl Campbell move. I think part of the merchandise did hit the turf.
Today would have been Bum Phillips' birthday, Mike. You know that?
O.A. Bum Phillips. Oale Andrew. He was a great one.
Yep.
He's the one that traded his entire second days of draft picks and decided, he said it was more beneficial to go fishing. 2nd and 8. Seth Cohen letting that play clock wind down. Gets it to Taylor. I didn't think he had a great handle on that.
And it's nice to have a play clock. Remember last week, Mike and Mars, no play clock?
Mm-hmm. It makes it difficult. It does. Albert Gallatin's going to call timeout. And they do. So Taylor gets, we'll say, to the 38-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Loses 1. Next week, Montour will be here. And if you look at the schedule tonight, Ambridge at Indiana, that could go either way. You would expect Indiana to get their first win there. Newcastle at Mars, you would expect Mars to win. But that one was close at halftime. Knock at Montour, that's pretty much in theirs. And South Fayette playing Blackhawk, I wouldn't be surprised if that ended a mercy. So
we need Knock to win.
Yeah, that would help. Newcastle losing wouldn't hurt either. Or Mars. Whoever loses that, you're gonna have to beat Montour next week. That's really where this goes. And
pretty easy math. Huh?
Much like it was a year ago. If Highlands would have beat Blackhawk here the next week, when things were all in disarray with a quarterback situation, they had a legit chance to go into the last week to make it.
Everybody's coming.
3rd and long, and Cohen's going to run the neck into the left this time, and there's nobody over there. 45, 30, 25, and out of bounds. The naked bootleg by Seth Cohen.
He's really unaccounted for, Mike, when they bring that blitz. Seth Cohen, 2 rushes, 31 yards.
Crazy legs. Cohen has been taken out of the box. Now, the only bad thing was the clock stopped, but there's 2:13 to go.
And for your personal safety, get out of bounds.
Get out of bounds and make the first down, and you get 4 new downs. And now it's just hold on to the football. Gillette sets up as a wingback right this time. Taylor, the running back.
Everybody's coming.
They are. Hey. Taylor gets through there and gets some down inside the 25 to the 22.
I'm shocked they didn't throw a flag there, Mike.
Sean Leota going to have the good sense here to just let this go, apparently. For a false start, Dan?
Yeah,
I thought
both.
The left side of the line?
Yeah. 2 minutes to go here.
Second and 7. It turned into a nice night after the rain stopped. It's just gotten chilly. It's about what you'd expect this time of year.
Mike Padwick, the amateur meteorologist, said it would stop, and it did. Here comes everybody.
That was an easy call because it always has.
Eventually.
It's offside against the Colonials. They're catching up the Highlands in that department.
7 penalties for 52.
It'll be 2nd and 2 now.
They have a long way to go to get the Highlands, like 6 for 80.
Yeah, not a good night in that department. They had cut back
Lots of
last couple of weeks, but not tonight. Todd DeBrock and his crew throwing lots of flags this evening. And most of them have been very justified. There have been a lot of penalties in this game. 110. Out of the eye. And a play clock runs out. The Highlands calls time. That would have almost been worth letting it go. 1:02 left. 4th quarter. So Montour next week. Now, I've seen him a couple times on film, as we used to say. And they have, a lot of the same guys back as they had a year ago. It was a great game by Highlands out there last year.
One guy got a watch out for Mike, a kid named Steven Jackson Scheckenker. He didn't play last year. He got hurt early in the season, and Coach Cerro said things started going badly right after that. So
they got Ronnie Stevenson, that big, tall drink of water.
He's going to Temple, 6'5".
Kayvon Mormon, I believe, back as the quarterback for them.
9 touchdowns last year, 980 yards.
They ran the ball at will against Newcastle in that game. And then Highlands threw the ball at will against Newcastle. I just thought that was interesting in consecutive weeks.
They were ranked number 5 in the preseason polls, and they've moved up to 4.
2nd and 2. Handoff is to Gillette, busting through, and he's inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and that'll do it. Nice run for Gillette. It's 1st down Highlands, and the Rams can go victory formation if they choose.
I think they will choose, Mike.
And get out of here with a win. They'll move their record to 3-2. Be back over 500. They've been alternating win-loss so far this year. They need a winning streak. Hopefully this is the beginning of it, huh?
Yep.
Going in victory formation.
Last year we upset Montour. It'll take another upset this year.
Man, that's going to do it.
Let's see everybody
have to put it down, and the Rams won't have to snap it again. And they come in here and beat Albert Gallatin tonight, 30-20.
Need everybody here next Friday night, Mike, for this big game against the Montour Spartans. 7 p.m. kickoff. Homecoming, Mike.
It should be a dandy, and we hope to see you all out here. Thanks to Ricky Saff for all his work with our technical difficulties down there. It'll be interesting to see exactly how much of this you'll see.
We shall see. All my play-by-play, I hope, showed up.
Great job. Once again, that final score, Highlands 30, Albert Gallatin 20. For the Dean, Mike Choma, this is Mike Pavlik. So long, everybody.